Yo, what's going on YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete. I'm doing a little bit different today. I'm doing a bit of terrain in the form of Promethian relay pipes. So I'm going to be doing that. It's just washing. So I may get through it all, I may not. If I do, I'll find something else and add that on. Let's get to it. So, hello and welcome. As you can see, Promethian relay pipes. I was going to pop this light on here. Not that you need it, really. But I think I'd like it. That's better. Okay, so let's get these washed. I've got these on a... Well, was a... what do you call it? Where you put your plates on for your dinner. Can't be the name of it right now, but... there we go. Now, last week I asked you what type of units you preferred painting up. No, that was the week before. So we're going back in time. The reason I say it is because I have a comment from that one. What units you prefer painting up, or what you like painting up. Last week's was what you're actually working on at the moment. But we'll start with Jason Pryor mentioned what he likes to paint. It says, "Hi Pete, I like heavy support, i.e. devastator units or centurions with big lots of firepower." Yes, but painting wise I think individual hero characters. Keep up the great work. Thank you. And so yeah, so Agrax Earthshade. So that's what Jason Pryor prefers. Now, I'm going to work this. Some small ones here. I think what I'll do, and we'll do that. So we'll see what everybody else was working on last week. I do have a question for the next one. It's quite simple. Ooh. Oh, need some fresh towel. I've just been doing such a tutorial actually, the camo pattern Warzone Russ. So yeah, kind of all over the place really. And got the new Deathwatch Codex, which is absolutely amazing. It's a very, very interesting codex. Not a huge codex, but it's designed for smaller teams, smaller armies. I'm not going to do a review of it because loads of other people are doing that, but some really cool features in there. Suffice to say, everything's more expensive, which you'd expect. The Deathwatch, kind of like the elite of the elite of the Space Marines, specialised in sorting out Xenos, the alien life. So they're the alien killer specialists, really, if you will. So I'm just hoping to get one side done, really, on this. Yeah, so I'm liking that, and it's a really sensible move on Games Workshop part. Because you can use any Space Marine to get into it, like, you know. So they can come from any faction, I mean. So they have their own colour scheme and iconography, and that's good. But it means you can get into Space Marines without having to buy a whole bunch of them. Sorry about that, that's a bit of an interruption there, but we're back in the game, as it were, back in the game. It's actually sorting out my daughter's CV. My wife came in doing a CV so she can get some work experience. She's had some work experience, but obviously wants to get a job somewhere in the meantime while she completes her education. That way it gives her further experience, money in her pocket, which is always good. Speaking of CVs, I'm getting mine sorted. Absolutely. And with a bit of luck, I'll be getting back to the employment sector. Looking forward to that. And, yeah. I love the effect of these pipes, the spray pattern where the paint was running out. It makes it look like the paint is cracked on the pipe itself. Just makes it look old, like sort of Hammerite effect, really, I suppose. But yeah, I like it. Because I thought about it. I thought, oh, I might do the whole thing completely Mephisto red. I thought, no, I'm just going to let it run out, splatter. So I've got more Mephisto red in there. I thought, no, let's see how it goes. I wasn't being tight, I was just trying out a new look. And I like the look of it a lot. Just looks more aged and weathered, which is an effect I'm going for. So that's nice. Nice to me. You managed to pull something off like that, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at who was working on what. Ralph Astley, he said, I can't tell you what I'm working on at the moment because I want to keep it under wraps till I'm ready to reveal it in all its glory. I can tell you that your paint-alongs are helping me get through it, that I am totally immersed to the exclusion of all of my other painting projects, and that I am in a happy place. Well, that's nice, that's good to hear. I like it when we're in our happy place. I'm in my happy place now doing this. I really am. And that's why I like these on the bench videos, because I get stuff done and make a video. And that's cool. That is super cool. I do enjoy seeing and hearing what other people are doing, working on, etc. I know some of these pipes will be different colours and whatever, but yeah, I just love that effect. I love it. That is amazing. It's supposed to be battlefield debris after all, isn't it? So you know, fair one. And the edges I want to do lead butcher anyway. It's a good job I got a lot of Grex shade. I've got another pot somewhere. At least I hope I have. These big pots come in handy for the washers, I think. My only, not complaint, but my only gripe with it would be is instead of replacing the smaller size pots, they should be an addition to, because some of those shade washers I don't use a lot of, and then I'm nearly out of green, say for instance, both of them I think. I don't really want to buy an oofing great big pot of it. A small one would more than suffice, but there you go. I always want to make money. Right, 2 more longs. This is going through these quicker than I anticipated, but that's okay. Got something else in mind. There's always something else you can do, right? Actually, there's a few things I could be doing. So the terrain, oh, I'm on the terrain now, and that's cool. I'm not a huge fan of scratch building terrain, although I can be. I can enjoy it, but I prefer this sort of stuff because it just looks better than anything I can do. I suppose if I was someone like the terrain tutor, I could do that. So you just make anything he wants, like old Mel there. If he wants to make some trees, he just knocks them up, and they look awesome. And you know, like yeah, I'll do some trees. There's some trees. What type do you want? Blimey, or I just want some trees. You know, make them from scratch. Make a board. He just can do whatever he wants, and it is always awesome. I think his popularity stems from the fact that his tutorials are so easy to follow. Yeah, I think that's the key with any tutorial. Some tutorials you see they're more of a showcase. Look how good I did this kind of thing. But they're trying to say, like, but this is what you should do. My tutorials are kind of like, this is how I do it. No, this is what you should do, no right or wrong, it's just this is how I do mine. And for these relay pipes, I'm just following the colours suggestions on the back of the box. That's all I'm doing. I can't be bothered to think of anything new. It just looked good. So I thought, yeah, I want mine to look like that. You know, I want them to look old and knackered, worn, weathered. Because it is battlefield terrain. You know, it is what it is. So where is this year going, guys, eh? Where is it going, eh? Going by too quick. Do you find time is getting faster and faster in your opinion? I know we all say it. We all say, oh yeah, time goes quicker now, but it really does seem to be that way to me. Days fly by, weeks fly by. You know? But there you go. I think I'm at the stage right that these guys dry. There we are. Promethian relay pipes. Can't do anything on those until that wash has dried. Then I'll apply the wash, etc. So I'm going to pause the video again and come back. Right, as you can see, Tyranids. I have Tyranids. And I'm using the equivalent of Caliban green, which is angel green. I'm using this army painter one because it's a bit thinner. I don't need to thin it down so much. It's kind of like, it's weird. Caliban green's weird. It's kind of like a thick paint, but there doesn't seem much pigmentation in it. It's, I don't know, it's a weird colour. But I'm going to be using this the carapace is on these guys. Let's get the right brush. So anyway, Eric Beer. So what was the question? Lol. Yes, because I forgot it on one of my other ones. It's a great chat, Pete, and a perfectly timed video. I managed to get the second layer of grey down on my long phones. That is awesome. Only 5 guys, but still a batch paint job. Regarding the blue, oh yeah, I was asking about the Enchanted Blue. Vallejo Game Ranger paints is the same paints as the old GW. I paint all my Cron guns black, just like the old decks. But your blue does look cool. P.S. My video entry's up on your... if you haven't seen it yet. Yes, I've seen your video entry for my competition giveaway. And that's cool. I enjoy watching those immensely. I love seeing where you guys live. And if I remember, I'll put a link to my giveaway video in the description of this one. That's if I remember, so don't hold me to it. If I forget, then I'll just have to go through my videos and find it. Yeah. You should be able to find it. It's the only giveaway I've done, so it shouldn't be too difficult. It's probably in my random section of playlists. Right, so this is quite good, laying down the paint here for this. These guys here blend in with the trees. At the feet of fame. Now I've been watching the little bit of Mini Wargaming's latest narrative campaign. Is it called the Tyrus Incident or something like that? Man, have they come on a long way. Wow. I'm aiming to be, you know, just half as good as their very first one, but wow. Wow, that is good stuff. The terrain they're using is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. Still, let's keep an eye on the time there. That's right. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Someone asked me a while ago, and I didn't answer on my PQs. It was because they're not on YouTube, but they have seen my YouTube videos. So how come some of your videos you do in like high quality, some in really high quality, some in really low quality, and you know, a lot of that was experimentation of upload speeds, you know, my video editing software, so it'll convert it into whatever quality I want, provided it's been filmed in a high enough quality. Obviously you need to film in HD if you want to export it in HD, but I do have the option to scale it down as well, and I do that for videos like this, general chit chat videos, because you don't need super high def for that, do you? You're not really looking at anything. Tutorial's a bit of a different matter. Maybe battle reports being 720. I don't think battle reports need to be any higher than 720, but it's just a personal opinion. Go with Angel Green for these guys. Of course that won't be the only layer of it or whatever. faces need cleaning up, some of these. Yes, they really do. Yeah, so Nick, your Space Wolves look absolutely amazing. When I watch them, I just look at them in awe and think, oh wow. I wish I could paint that good. I do think my painting has improved, but I've got a long way to go. I'm more than happy with what I do for myself. It's always good to try and push yourself sometimes, isn't it? When I'm doing stuff like this kind of batch painting though, when I want to knock out a load of guys, I'm not overly bothered. I'm not. And things like zombicide and things like that, you got a lot of zombies to paint. I'm not overly bothered about them either. As long as they're semi-decent. They're on the tabletop and you think, oh wow, yeah, zombies. It's just better than looking at coloured plastic, I find. Don't want to do that bit. I might leave that bit. Might just do up to behind his horn there, yeah. That might be preferable. So these guys, these will probably match my other gargoyles as well. I mean, he's got a load of gargoyles on the Fate of Fame campaign. And I'm hoping I can get away with this because I don't really want to be doing any more gargoyles. They're not a pain as such, but there are better things to model and paint. That's 2 down. I can remember when I first painted little Tyranids, really, or even my first models, Space Marines, they were Blood Angels. Everything had to be painstakingly perfect. And copying whatever tutorial I was watching at the time, like, must get it exactly as I. It took me a little while to realise you don't have to be exact with it. And that doing your own thing can be fun. As fun as copying someone else. I mean, copy techniques by all means. Choose your own colours though. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, Mini Wargaming's campaign, just wow, really. Looks super cool. The first mission they were using D&D figures. I suppose just to represent the animal life of that planet. The thing with gargoyles is they're very much a distraction unit, and they are super handy for that. That's all I would ever use them for, really. And I believe that's what Matt uses his for the majority of the time when he uses them. Thing is, people have to deal with them because, I mean, they're flying, for goodness sake. and they may not be the best statistically, but they can still shoot, and they're flying. So you got to do something about it, you know. You got to get rid of them, because if you don't, one good dice roll. When I say one good dice roll, I mean one good collection of dice. Say you got 20 gargoyles, roll 20 dice to hit. And that's awesome stuff. Killing them is not difficult, but you still got to go out your way to do it, and take time to do it, and use up your action, you know, whatever turn it is to do that. You've got to do it. Can't just leave them. Well, you can, but your funeral, buddy. Yeah, I think I did my other gargoyles green. Not sure. We're hammering through these, which is good. Hope you guys are getting stuff done. Shall I ask my question then? Oh, go on then. I'll ask it now. Right, my question for you guys is quite simple. Is this: when playing any game, be it tabletop, wargaming, or any game that involves, you know, at least two sides, do you prefer playing the considered good guys or the considered bad guys? Or does it not matter? That's my question to you guys. Do you prefer to be the goodies or the baddies? Personally, I usually find the bad guys more interesting in a game. But not all games are designed that way. But war games are, kind of. So if you're like a historical war gamer, do you prefer playing the good guys or the bad guys that were considered good or bad historically? And I fully appreciate that history, you know, history says what it is, you know. Someone once said, history is written by the winners. So they'll always have their view on, you know, said war. This is good, really getting through this so much faster than I used to be. So much faster. I mean, there's nothing on the front, there's no carapace on the front to do, which is good. I still don't ever want to paint the termagant again, because I just got so many of them. That's right back from my earliest days. They probably wouldn't be so bad now, but I did so many of them, I was in shock. Yeah. So we'll get to another comment in a moment. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, considered good guys or bad guys? Do you feel naughty playing the bad guys? I just think a lot of the time they're more interesting. Not always, but a lot of the time. Sometimes I prefer, it's irrelevant who's good or bad, but I prefer the underdog. Or the considered underdog. Okay. So, next comment. Tattoo for you, he said. Paint on my... Oh yeah, he sent me a picture on Facebook with his hand was all blended up with greens. The paint on my hand was me blending some colours. I tend to do that a lot. Currently I'm finishing the basis of the Tyranids, building a tower breacher squad for our narrative storyline game. Yes, looking forward to that, Richard. Narrative story driven games are my favourite. It doesn't really matter what the game is to me. But I mean, just one-off games, that's cool. But you can't beat a good narrative, I don't think. Set the mood. Sets the excitement. And usually, going back to good guys and bad guys, depending on who's fighting who, the narrative sets my... I want these guys to win, or these guys to win. Or, you know, I hope they beat these guys. Depending on the story, it's like, gits. They don't deserve that. I hope these guys win and beat them. It makes me become more emotionally invested into the game itself, which is what a good narrative should do, I think. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I built my Gorkamorka orcs. There's only like a few, not many in the box. But actually, I can tell you here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 guys in the box. That's like the latest orc stuff I got. 6 guys in the box, and that marked the last GW model I had left unbuilt. So all my GW models are built now, which is cool. Yeah. But anyone does battle reports, I take my hat off to them. I know just from filming Zombicide games. My last one into about 80 clips, you know, it's just phenomenal. Phenomenal amount of editing. I mean, worth it in the end, but God, it takes the time. You know, so I'm trying to look into ways of economising that a bit. I think I thought of a way of doing it. Well, just slightly, I'll look at other ways as well, and then combine them all. I thought of taking photographs of the survivors, each and every one, and then instead of just filming that bit when whatever player's taking them, I'm talking about, I can just pop that picture on the screen rather than setting them up separately, and then filming it separately. And then setting them up on the board as well afterwards. Just saves time. So you don't need to do that then. It's cool. At least that's what I think, anyway. And there must be other ways I can save time as well. I don't know. Maybe we could get, I don't know, all our moves done in one shot on it. It's difficult. It's quite a good synthetic brush I've got here for this. Had it a little while now. Still pretty good. Bristles are still fairly good, they don't splay out. Okay, what's the next comment now? It might be the last one. Frost and fists. Oops. There you go. See that? I kicked the camera because one of my tripod legs is sticking way out. And that's annoying. But Frost and Fist is next. Just do this a little bit here. Says, looking good, Pete. I certainly agree on the cavalry. Yes, cavalry do look good. I've painted Wolf Cavalry and Rough Rider Raptor Cavalry, and I've really enjoyed them a lot. For this week's question, I'm currently working on a commission of Loyalist Night Lords for a friend. This week it's the Librarian and Terminator armour, cool, and a Burning Blade. After that, it's Cataphracti Terminators with dual lightning claws. Awesome, awesome stuff. Very awesome. Yeah, I you know, I love to know what you're working on. And this week, I want to know what you prefer playing, good guys or bad guys. If you have a preference, that is. Obviously, you may not have a preference. But either way, just let me know and we'll discuss it next time. Yeah, for myself, like I say, I usually find the bad guys more interesting. Not always, just sometimes. Just sometimes. I was doing really well here for the time factor. After this I'll have a look at my pipes again. So yeah, sorry I sometimes get disturbed when I'm doing these paintings. It doesn't bother me any, it's just easy to press the stop button and then carry on afterwards. I really don't know what to do about their claw things there. Leave them as bone. It's not what I did on the other ones, I know. But I might do it on these, who knows. Okay. Yeah, I think when I do the claws, I'll do their bony things. Yeah. Just little areas now, really. I'll work on these guys' wings. easy to do. Mostly just dry brushing, and that's an easy job to do, especially when you're on camera, because you're in no fear of, you're not as worried about paint drying up as you're yakking if you stop and talk. Do you know what I mean? Really just a simple case of touching it. A couple of areas over the shoulders. I want the underside to be painted as well. Aha! You think, oh, missed a bit. Nothing worse than finding bits you've missed on a different layer or a different stage. You think, ah, damn, I'm going to go back and do that. I think that marks all of them. Yes, it does. Wow. So I've got the carapaces on. Oh, my turrets all base coated. That is cool. That is super cool. I like that. So what shall I do for the last quarter of an hour? Do some dry brushing. Alright, like you and Russ's. Still a little wet, that one, but hey ho. I'll dry brush some Necron compound on because it's an easy one to do. Oh, this is a new dry brush I've got here. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to do some weathering as well. On these tracks. Obviously not now this second. Yeah, it's a nice and easy dry brushing when you're doing a video such as this and talking over it and stuff. Because I can stop, I can yak for ages if I wanted to before carrying on. I don't worry so much about the paint drying up. But I'll get these tracks done. So I do want to weather them a little bit, or muddy them, dirty them I suppose is the correct. So I might put a bit of rust on them. Been out in the field for a while, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, happy with that one. That's him. Now this one, I'll leave the turret on. I know this one's completely dry. My wife's been working on her book a lot lately, getting through the drafts. You think once you've written the book, that's it, but it isn't. That's when the hard work begins, I think. She's going through draft after draft after draft, and I'm going through it as well. You know, see if we can spot the errors or embellish here and there. She really is a good writer. I'm very, very proud of her in that respect. Just having studied English for many years, I know good writing, and I know bad writing, and believe me, Mrs. Millie Warzone is a good writer. And she's writing my particular genre that I like, fantasy stuff and supernatural stuff. So, you know, when it's ready and published, perhaps anyone out there wants a copy, I'm sure we can sell you one. Maybe you can use a copy as a part of a giveaway or something, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of work going into it. Many hours. No, I'm happy with that. Again, I'm looking good before you dirty them up. Same goes for the whole tank really, but yeah. So these guys are one step closer to being Fate of Fame ready. That's good. Now we're coming up on the hour, so I'm going to end it here. And I'll end it now. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Tell me what you prefer playing, good guys or bad guys, if you have a preference. I'm going to turn this light off because it's, I know it's probably needed, but it's shining right in my face and I can't bother to move it right now. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you got stuff done. I'm pleased with what I've done there, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.